Hello dear students, my name is Dr. Vaishali Ghai and the name of this channel is Tricks by Chemistry Guru. So today in continuation with chapter 4, we are going to start with valence bond theory of covalent bond, which was put forward by Heitler in London. So it has two aspects, one is in terms of energy and other is in terms of overlap. We'll discuss both the things. Very simple topic, valence bond theory. So when we talk about in terms of energy, so we'll discuss about the lowering of energy. In terms of lowering of energy, what does it mean? It says that when two atoms come close to each other, they approach each other, there are some new forces of attraction or repulsion come into play. Suppose I'm having two hydrogen atom Ha and Hb. These two hydrogen atoms and approach each other. Once they come close to each other, there is some new force of attraction and repulsion between them. We may have force of attraction, we may have force of repulsion also. Fr let me write for force of repulsion and Fa let me write for force of attraction. Now, how come this force of repulsion came into existence between electron-electron, between nuclei-nuclei? So electron-electron repulsion, nuclear-nuclear repulsion is basically the new force of repulsion between these two atoms when they are approaching. Similarly, we are having force of attraction, and this force of attraction is between the electron and nucleus. That means positive and negative of one atom and with the other atom. So if force of attraction is greater, if I write force of attraction is greater than the force of repulsion, then energy is released. Energy is released means a bond is formed. हमेशा ध्यान रखिएगा, when we are going to break the bond, energy is required. When energy is released, a new bond has been formed. So if force of attraction is greater than the force of repulsion, then energy is released and new bond has been formed between two hydrogen atoms. Whereas if force of repulsion is greater than force of attraction, then no bond is formed. Like in the case of helium molecule. He2 does not exist. So if I ask you why it does not exist, answer is this. Force of repulsion is greater. So it's only the experimental magnitude that we come to know using the experiment why it exists or why it does not exist, totally based on the forces of attraction repulsion, that is in terms of energy. So whatever be the energy is released in the formation of one mole of bond. Suppose Ha and Hb, they react with each other. We are having force of attraction, we are having force of repulsion, but since force of attraction is greater than force of repulsion, so a new bond has been formed and this exists. H2 exists. There is a bond formation. So if I ask you the energy which is released during the formation of this bond, we call this energy as bond energy for 1 mole formation of bond. Okay. So the energy released in the formation of 1 mole of bonds, we call it as bond energy. We call it as bond energy. So this reaction would occur, H2 does exist just because the force of attraction is greater than the force of repulsion. So that was the first aspect in terms of lowering of energy. If we come to know that the force of attraction is greater, bond will form. If we come to know that force of repulsion is greater, no bond will be formed and the compound does not exist. Let us talk about the same concept in terms of orbital overlap. Valence bond theory. We have just discussed in terms of lowering of energy. Now we'll talk about in terms of orbital overlap. How we explain. So when I write about this overlap, we come to know that how a covalent bond has been formed. So covalent bond is formed by the sharing of electron, the overlap of two half-filled atomic orbitals. What does it mean? आपके पास हाफ फिल्ड एटॉमिक ऑर्बिटल्स हैं, वो आपस में ओवरलैप कर रहे हैं एंड दे फाइनली फॉर्म दिस कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड. So basically when I talk about a covalent bond, it is formed by the partial overlap of two half-filled atomic orbitals. And these half-filled atomic orbitals must have opposite spins so that they can easily overlap. The overlapping may be SS overlap. This SS overlap means one S orbital overlaps with another S orbital. So here the overlapping takes place. It may be partial overlapping, it may be less overlapping. So in the case of say hydrogen atom, we are having one hydrogen atom which has half-filled orbital. It has this configuration. We have another hydrogen atom. It also has half-filled orbital. These two must be with opposite spin. If one moves in clockwise direction, then so these two when overlap, the partial overlapping, and it results in the formation of SS overlap. We may have sp overlapping. Sp overlapping means one we are having s orbital and other we may have p orbital, goes this way. So here the overlapping takes place. This is between s and p orbital and we call it as sp overlapping. Sp overlapping is observed in the case of HF. For example, if I take the atom of H has 1s1. 1s1 means we are having one electron in s orbital. If I talk about fluorine, fluorine is 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. Let me draw the outer shell or valence electron. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this spin automatically changes and now we are having this one. And hydrogen is with this spin. These two orbitals overlap. So this is s orbital, this is p orbital. Overlapping between s and p results in the formation of sp bond. This is how this sp formation or overlap takes place. Similarly, we may have pp overlapping. What does this mean? pp overlapping means we are having two p orbitals. So one p orbital, axial overlapping, another p orbital. So here the overlapping takes place. Let us take an example of F2 molecule. So F2, we are having 2s2, 2p5, 1f. Let me draw 2s2 and 2p5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. For another f orbital, f atom, let me write Fa and Fb. For another f atom, we are having 1, 2, 3. Let me write this with opposite spin so that they can overlap. 4, 5. So these two with opposite spin, they overlap each other. So this is from p orbital, this is from p orbital. This pp overlapping observed result in the formation of covalent bond. Now the thing is, helium does not have any half-filled orbital. My question is why helium does not exist. He2 does not exist. Reason being is when I write the configuration of He, it is 1s2. Being 1s2, it does not have any half-filled. Neither in this helium atom nor in another helium atom. Helium does not have any half-filled orbital. And since it does not have half-filled orbital, no such overlapping will observe. And this helium He2 does not exist. There is no bond is formed between two helium atoms. So we can explain this valence bond theory in terms of the loading of energy. That can be explained in terms of force of repulsion and force of attraction, or in terms of the formation of this orbital overlap. A new bond has been formed. So this is all about the basic valence bond theory. Now in the next class we'll discuss about sigma and pi bond. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe this channel.